go. Put the hammer on.
6 o'clock, let's call the meeting to order. And I'd ask Council Brianna Breakfield to lead us in a prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you today for bringing us all together to be able to come to do some work for the city and to further it and progress it further in your name, Lord. I pray that you be with the town and surrounding communities and anybody that could be potentially affected by the storms, and keep your loving arms around them and keep them safe. In your name I pray. Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Tom Ketchum.
Here.
Here.
Dennis Nance.
Here.
Steve Smith.
Here.
Randy Chilwood.
Here.
Brianna Brakefield.
Here.
Bill Sherman.
Here.
Zach Doyle.
Here.
Very good. We'll move right on to department head reports. Building inspector. Recognize Kenny Young.
In January, we had 27 permits purchased for a total of $2,344. We did 63 inspections, which is up 31% over January of 19. So
Very good.
getting more and more things going on. So does anybody have any questions for me? All right.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Emergency management, recognize Johnny Jansen.
All right, so I got papers, so that's gonna be a few
Right
minutes.
into the microphone there, sir. Thanks.
All right, so I've got a couple of things. First, let's talk about the FEMA stuff, where we're at with it. We're finishing up with the golf course. The only thing left is an invoice that's on the agenda for tonight. As soon as that's paid and it runs through the bank, I can submit that to FEMA. That'll be the last piece of the stuff for the golf course. And we'll get it submitted for payment. The street department's the other big ticket item, and I think there's some things on the agenda for tonight as well to discuss that, but got a plan going forward with it. As soon as we get that going, it has to be completed, but when it's complete, then we'll submit all the invoices and costs for it and submit that to FEMA as well. Y'all have any questions about the FEMA stuff?
What is our deadline
November the 18th, I believe, if I remember right,
of this year?
of this year. All of the projects, everything that we have has to be submitted and paid for by the 18th of November. An extension if you need to, but it's got to be for some, certain reason. It can't be just because I just didn't get around to doing it. It has to be a good reason why you get the extension. So I would always suggest that you get it done by the deadline.
Very good.
Okay. The other thing is the master drainage plan that we've been working on for the last year. We have meetings about every month or so, and we've come far enough into the program now that we've discovered what our problem areas are. And it's not be any big surprise to anybody, but the biggest problem that we've got is the pipes that are going under the railroad. They are backing up significant amount of water in the Park Branch tributary, and it's causing a lot of the flooding problems that we're having through the middle part of town. So hopefully, I know that you've done some work on it. I'm not sure who else has, but we really need to get with the railroad and hopefully be able to come up with some kind of something that work for everybody and get that increased, the size of it, so that we can get rid of some of the water. The second problem is when they put in Highway 20, the culverts that are going under Highway 20 is backing water up to the north of there. I'm not sure if those areas flooded prior to that or not. I would suspect probably not as much as they do now, but that is also a problem area. So the next plan here is, when we go to these meetings, they provide us all these nice maps that shows the different depths and the problems in certain areas and what it would do if we alleviate these problems, how much the water would recede. And so these are all in my office. I think the mayor has them as well. So if you guys are interested in taking a look at these, call me or him, and I'm sure we can get those to you.
They may need some explanation, but that's all right. That's
Yeah.
all right.
But anyway, that's the plan, is hopefully in the next month or so, we'll have a general idea of what it would take as far as size-wise to increase those pipes to fix the problem, and then we can take that to the railroad and to the state highway department and see if we can get something done.
Thank you very much, John. Anybody have a question for Johnny?
No?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Item C, Fire Department. Recognize B.K. Young.
We had 121 emergency calls last month. Pretty much on standard for January and stuff going in there. We got our ISO stuff back. We went from a 4 to a 3, so we improved our ISO. I was hoping for better, but our fire flow went up, and that's due to, I think, the schools are building bigger buildings and stuff, which is good, because when that goes up, it means we're getting more business, or bigger buildings and more buildings occupied. So that's a good thing, because it's showing that we're growing. So that was good, but we got places we can improve and get better. So we'll get a breakdown of how they graded us, and y'all can get a copy of all that and sit down with the mayor and show you.
Very good.
Here's where we graded, here's where we did good, but here's where we need to improve.
Mighty good. Thank you very much. Questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, B.K. Golf course. Recognize Dennis Bowman.
The golf course, you know, it's still wet. Every place is wet. So, but we have had a good January and a good start to our February. So we're a little bit ahead on those months from a year ago. But we are behind, quite a bit behind, you know, on our finances. So our revenue was down those first 6 months quite a bit. Our labor was up due to all the FEMA work that we had to do. So I'm about 18% over probably where I need to be on my labor. We have cut back to 0. I got two guys working right now, so we're about as skeleton crew as you could have on a golf course. So pump station's all in. We're ready. I'm so ready for a drought. I can't wait. So when our golfers are too, so they can get off the cart pass. It's just been so wet. So I just recently attended a PGA conference and a golf course superintendent's conference. So we learned a lot of really good stuff. Looked at some more equipment, one of the pieces of mowers that we're going to be trying to purchase. I was able to really get them side by side, talk to technicians. So it was some very good education-based conference. So the one thing that we are, I don't know if Johnny's still here, but working on is, while I was down there, I was able to talk to some suppliers for bent grass out in California. So he's waiting on a trucking estimate. It's 5 o'clock today, trying to get us a cost estimate and to submit to FEMA on number 8 green on replacing that sod. So hopefully we can still be able to do that. We'll see what FEMA says. So that's about all I have. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Item E, library. Recognize Carrie Rarrett.
Hi, just a couple of things today. Larry asked me to put together a complete count committee for the upcoming census. That census day is April 1st. We had our official training with Mary Jenkins last week, so be prepared for all of us to come out into the community and talk to you about the census and why it's important and why everyone should fill out those 10 questions. Also today we put up an exhibit that we have on permanent loan from the Tulsa Historical Society and Museum. They put together an exhibit on the Greenwood District in Tulsa and the 1921 race riot, and so they gave it to us at no cost, so we have it in our lobby. It's really a great exhibit that they put together with important information that some of it I didn't know, so come in and look at it. Do you have any questions for me?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Item F, Parks Cemetery. Mr. Frank Powell.
Oh, just like Dennis said, was fighting the wet weather with these winter months. Just kind of been doing a bunch of odd jobs and hoping to do some tree trimming, but getting some of the equipment out on the ground without tearing it up even more. The cemetery's numbers, I don't have them with me, but for the year, last year, they're the lowest they've ever been, which I guess is a good thing. We only had like 75 funerals all year, and income was I think about 45,000 on our numbers. There's usually some that goes through, I think, up here. But other than that, we're just staying busy, doing maintenance on equipment, stuff like that.
All right. Thank you, Frank. Police Department, Chief Nichols.
Passed out our stats earlier. We're hoping that the Oklahoma weather's good to us. And also, like to thank the Parks Department. They've helped us on some public nuisances on Board and Secure and a couple other areas, so we appreciate the help from them.
Very
Any
good.
questions?
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Rec Center, no report today. Street Department, Mr. Buddy Glenn.
It's not much has changed. We're still, like I said, trimming a few trees. We're working on some drainages. We've got a project going right now on Northwest Fifth Street. We're trying to get that one wrapped up. We've got another one over on the northeast side of, trying to think, what's the name of that street? Rowe Street. Trying to get something there. We shot grade on it the other day, and I think we can help the people out. We got a little bit of fog going around through there, so we're gonna, as soon as we get done with this one, then that'll be our next one. Today went out and spread some brine, scared the rain, scared the ice off. You notice everything quit, so there's nothing going on out there, so hopefully it's just gonna ride right on by, but we got all the plow trucks and everything's ready. Like I said, the guys coming in early in the morning just in case if it gets really bad earlier, then like I said, usually we'll then called Bobby in and he'll come go ahead and call some guys in. We'll start go ahead and doing some plowing. You'll probably notice that Main Street probably won't be plowed this year if we just get this one rain or one snow because of the evenings that we're starting in ahead. They're supposed to be up in the 40s, 50s, 60 degrees as we get on past this. And I talked with the mayor today, and like with anything packed or stacked up, it's going to take longer to melt. So then you're going to have more chances for ice and stuff that's once it refreezes at nighttime. So, but we will, like I said, the state, they're going to be, throwing salt and sand at. We'll be doing the same thing, trying to get more on the sidewalks, try to get them cleared off so we can spend some more time with them. But like I said, if there's, areas, the parking lots, those are the last ones that we usually do. We try to, hit the police department, fire department, the library, things of that nature, the rec center doing their drive-through. Like I said, if we're not there the first thing in the morning, just kind of bear with us, we'll get around. But hopefully everything will go right and we should be fine. But any other questions with? Okay, thank you.
Very good. Thank you, buddy. I'm not aware of any petitions from the audience. Did any petitions come into City Hall today? Eva, thank you very much. All right, we'll proceed then to Mayor's Report, item number 4. And I'd like to skip down to item D. We have our Economic Development Representative and Consultant here, Ricky Hayes. And I'd like to recognize Ricky Hayes for a report for us.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Council, it's good to be with you today. I've already had a chastisement by a sweet lady sitting by me here that she said she knew I was working hard, but until we got a Golden Corral. I told her we were a little closer than we were. Since last fall, since the last time I've been with you, we've had several meetings with the mayor and others. In prior, one of those meetings was with Dave Stewart and his the retail group that Mid-America has put together. That was before Christmas. We took Mr. Greg Simmons, who's the leading production home builder in Tulsa, to Mid-America to meet and discuss the district and what they were planning on doing down there residentially. In January, the mayor accompanied me to Fort Worth for the Red River States ICSC, which is kind of our regional gathering of the retail industry. In the past, it's been in San Antonio, but they moved it to DFW. It's been in Dallas, Fort Worth now. Next year, they say it's going back to Dallas, but it's a gathering of retailers predominantly that have to do with our part of the country here. So they call it the Red River States Idea Exchange. And I think with all things considered, Pryor is blessed to have a man as articulate and as full of knowledge on the city of Pryor as the mayor is. He did you a great job. He's to the point, and his point being with everybody we met with, that Pryor was ready and growing and not looking back, looking forward to the future. And we got a great response out of everybody we talked to. Since that time, it's one thing to go and have meetings. The real test of the effectiveness of those meetings is, can you get them to come to town? So since that time, we've had 4 national retail groups in Pryor. And again, and this is kind of educational for you. Many times these guys will come to town. All of these people, except one, have been here on the weekend in their own vehicle. Apart from anybody, I would offer myself, to come and provide what knowledge I had on the market with them. They said, no, we want to look, we want to see it ourselves, and then we'll be back in touch, which all of them have. There's 2 corporate representatives, which means that the retail is divided into 2 categories. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but just for the audience's sake, tolerate this just for a second. Retail comes in 2 packages. There's corporate investment, and that means the corporate credit, lots of money, lots of units, and then there's a franchise element of retail that comes with that. Of our 4 site visits so far this new year, 2 have been corporate, 2 have been franchisees. One of the things that we'll be working on here as we prepare to go to Las Vegas in May to the national ICSC event, there were probably, I would say maybe 2,500, 3,000 people at our meeting in Fort Worth. There will be 50,000 in Las Vegas in May, under 1 million square feet. And one of the things that we'll be working on is information for these franchise people. People like Golden Corral that we mentioned earlier, they are open to doing deals in Pryor. They need operators to operate their stores. And so those are the things we're going to be talking about locally. If there are entrepreneurial folks here with the capital needed to invest in a national level brand restaurant or retailer, that's how that's worked. They'll want a local operator or a regional operator. Many people in Tulsa are franchise investment people. Most of the McDonald's are franchises. We have a politician, a senator in Washington now that's a McDonald's owner, Mr. Hearn, as you know, and he's invested heavily in Tulsa. So that's how retail gets here. We've also, and this is one of the glowing things that I think indicates that that our message on Pryor has been, and here's the thing, Pryor's always had a good market. We've just never told it outside of our region. And now we're spreading the depth of this market. We're spreading the impact of thousands of daytime jobs at Mid-America Industrial Park, what that does for the local economy, and we're getting a great response from it. But one of the things that is probably the highlight of my few months with you has been that the mayor and I have been in meetings with at least 4 local landowners. Some of these tracts are 10, 15 acres. Some are as large as 50-plus acres. All of these are being discussed in terms of residential development. So we're talking to people. Some people have kind of a vision of building duplexes, triplexes, quadplex, multifamily type stuff. And then we're working with a couple of people. One of them in his larger development is 170-plus single-family lots. So nothing will instigate the private sector to invest quicker than new residential growth. Pryor's had a lack for a number of years. That's what happened to Mid-America. That's the whole impetus behind it. Behind the district is that residential development had to come. Is that me or maybe I'm powerful? Okay. And we've had meetings since we have been working for you with the Hospital Trust Board. I enjoyed that. They're very educational. Met with the local pastors, which was a joy to me and very insightful. You've got a group of local pastors who care about your city and are lifting us up and encouraging us and supporting us. You in your role as a counselor and me in my work. We also met with the inaugural meeting of the Pryor Creek Economic Development Trust Board. That's a new beginning for our community, and enjoyed that meeting as well. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have. I trust that the mayor is forwarding you the monthly reports. Again, let me remind you, those are very generic because that is a public record. Some of these retailers are very, very concerned about not getting out ahead of their competitors and getting known. So if you've got any questions, I'll be happy to entertain them and hopefully can answer any curious question you might have. Other than that, it's a joy. We're seeing a great response. The site tours we've gotten, they came on weekend, I believe, to see the traffic in the city in and apart from the 4,000, 5,000 or so that they know come Monday through Friday. I think they wanted to see the corridor traffic 20 and 69 on the weekends because and I'll just give you a little, in Owasso, our whole town gets up in the morning and drives to Tulsa to go to work. And people who come to Owasso and invest say that the weekdays are tough, especially restaurants, but that the weekends are very dynamic. In Pryor, you've got a reversal of that. The week time traffic is very robust and aggressive, and then you just get home folks on the weekends and those that are traveling through regionally. So that's why these people are coming at these odd times. There's a reason behind all that. So, again, it's a joy to be representing your community. You got a great community, great mayor, and glad to see the progress and the response that we've had. It's been phenomenal.
Questions?
Thank you. Be safe in the.
Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate you coming today. Okay, we'll move back to item A. Discussion and possible action regarding approval to proceed with prescribed process as defined by Federal Railroad Administration toward establishing Pryor Creek as railroad quiet zone. It was tabled on December 3rd and then tabled on January the 21st. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion Shoya, second Brianna. I would like to recommend a no action on this. We're not prepared for action on this yet. We may not be prepared to table it until the next meeting. So I would prefer to do a no action on this motion. Is there discussion?
So you've got a motion to approve?
So there's a motion to
Discuss.
approve, and it's a motion to discuss
Says discussion and possible action.
and possible action.
What was the motion?
The motion, it was just a motion on the item as it is listed on the agenda.
Do we need to change our motion to a no action?
Yeah.
Okay, I can.
Amend your motion to a no
I'll
action.
amend my motion to a no action.
Okay. And then amend the second to no action. Would you like? Okay, very good. Discussion on the motion? Hearing none. Then roll call?
Ketcher,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Nance,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Wakefield,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Doyle.
Yes.
Item B, update Police Fire Emergency Center project. Jim Graber was not able to come tonight, and he will be here the next meeting, and we'll look forward to seeing him then. Update on the annexation of the district. The annexation is completed. The only thing that is yet to happen is the 30-day waiting period. And so all of the action has been taken by the district and by council, the city of Pryor, and so there's a 30-day waiting period. We're in the process of getting utilities moved in out there. Also in your packet, there's an aerial view that was taken by a drone of the project as it's working. Concludes the mayor's report. Any questions about the annexation? Very good. Item 5, city attorney's report. Mr. Ritchie.
Yes. Mr. Mayor, item A, there's one correction before I read it, and that is in the first line where it says, discussion and possible action regarding vacating. That should be discussion and possible action regarding closing. City doesn't vacate, city closes. So item A is discussion and possible action regarding closing a utility easement with the following description. The easement is currently unoccupied by the city or quasi-public utility and has been replaced with a similar utility easement at a very near location. The utility board has been involved with the relocation of this utility easement and concurs with the closing. Again, that should be changed from vacating to closing action. And I would request or entertain a motion to approve that and waive the reading of the legal description.
Make the motion. Second.
Motion Chitwood, second Ketcher. Discussion. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, call for vote.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Nance,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Wakefield,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Doyle,
Yes.
Ketcher,
Yes.
Item B.
Yes, sir. Item B is discussion and possible action regarding a memorandum of understanding between Ragsdale RRR Property Management LLC and the city of Pryor Creek. I believe that is in your packet. We have a motion.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Motion Chitwood, second Nance. Discussion. We have that description in the packet. All the details are in the packet.
Basically, it's just to be able to build a road into the area. Yeah, in a nutshell, this development started 2-3+ years ago. And the first portion of it was done, it was done under an understanding that this portion that's being done now was part of it. It was like phase 2. And so under this development agreement, the road that's going to be constructed in there is going to be done by the developer. It's going to be the city specifications. The easement that we just talked about vacating is part of this. It was an easement that wasn't used for utilities, so it's going to be vacated and a new easement's going to be granted. So this is simply a memorandum of understanding because when the original design and commencement of the project was made, we didn't have our UDO in place. And so for that reason, it didn't comply under current standards. So my suggestion was to do the memorandum of understanding, which basically incorporates the, or implements what would have been done under the UDO.
Thank you. Other discussion? Call for vote. Oh. Question from the audience. Come to the microphone, please.
Are we still talking about the Ragsdale development? Is that what you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there going to be, when you're talking about an easement, are there going to be a road coming off Fifth Street into that development? Or is it coming back off to the south? Because that property borders me right on the west, the whole west side.
We'd have to ask Steve, he's here somewhere. He's got
That was
the
Sixth
details on
Street.
that.
What was the question again, Bill? I'm sorry.
Well, is there going to be access off of Fifth Street coming into that development?
No, sir. There will not be access off of Fifth Street coming into what they're planning currently. And I believe that there is no point of access off of Fifth Street that he could make it in any of the future phases that he's looking at. It is possible based on his ownership, that's not part of this development. It is possible he could have a secondary access off of Kauai closer to Jefferson School. But nothing's set in stone in that regard for that.
Say Jefferson, are we talking on Roosevelt?
Can we speak in the microphone, please? Please speak to the microphone.
This is Jefferson. This is not the development up north. This is
Okay,
development
that's what I was talking about, was the development up
No,
north.
this is around Jefferson School, around, south of Whitaker Park.
Well, I got a notice, Ken would know, a court document in the mail last week, all interested parties that bordered this development, which I did, but it
That's a
must,
zoning change, that's not on tonight's agenda.
okay. That's what I was trying to clarify, really, because it was the same development or
It's-
developer.
No, it's
It's
not.
not the same development at all.
It's not.
This one's down by Jefferson. What you're talking about is actually gonna come in front of the Board of Adjustment.
Okay.
It's not
Is it the
public.
same developer, or?
No, sir,
No?
it is not.
Okay. That was my question.
Very good. Bill? Call for vote?
Nance,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Chipwood,
Yes.
Rexfield,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Ketchum,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Thank you. Item 6, discuss and possibly act on consent agenda. Item A, approve minutes of January 21, 2020 council meeting. Item B, approve payroll purchase orders through February 7, 2020. Item C, approve claims for purchase orders through February 4, 2020. Item D, acknowledge receipt of deficient purchase orders. Item E, discuss and possible action regarding disposal of city records as listed on attachment according to City of Pryor Creek retention policy. Item F, discussion and possible action regarding an additional expense of $1,672.77 to Collins Electric Company of Oklahoma Incorporated for work completed at the Pryor Golf Course, which exceeded original total quote of $11,272.33 for repair work needed during recent flood. Item G, discussion possible action regarding an upfront expenditure in the amount of $7,283.30 to Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC for plan review fees for OT Properties LLC Retail Center in the amount of $1,197.60, Holiday RV Park in the amount of $125, First Church of God in the amount of $5,111.70, PHB Growers in the amount of $764, and Bank of Commerce in the amount of $85 from General Outside Services account 02-201-5075. All these fees have been invoiced and each entity to each entity for payment. Item H, discussion possible action regarding expenditure in the amount of $14,990 for the purchase of 2 new splash pad features, the Umbrella Twirl at $5,700 and the Sea Silhouette Seahorse at $7,700, plus $1,590 shipping from Power Play to be paid from the $15,000 donation from Cherokee Nation using the Park Donations account 965-5508. Item I, discussion possible action regarding purchase of a John Deere tractor with front-end loader from P&K Equipment at a cost of $29,517.50 with a $2,000 trade-in from bids received. Offer includes a 6-year powertrain warranty as in the best interest of the city from Properties Capital Outlay Account 444455419. Other bids received, Kubota MX-5200DT at $23,017.27. MX-5200DT with front loader at $27,611.49. MX-5200HST at $24,207.55. MX-5200HST with front loader at $28,801.77. M6060HD at $27,053.07. M6060HD with front loader at $32,724.89. Pardon me. All prices are before a $4,750 trade-in offer. Chubb Massey Ferguson at $26,900 before $3,700 trade-in offer. Item J, discussion possible action regarding expenditure in the amount of $2,554.07 to Dub Ross Company for the purchase of 4 18-inch by 20-foot, 4 15-inch by 20-foot, and 3 12-inch by 20-foot drainage pipes and bands from Street Miscellaneous Drainage Account 141455423. Item K, discussion possible action regarding hiring Infrastructure Solutions Group, LLC, to complete detailed plans, specifications, and contract documents for bidding services for bridge replacement and improvements known as Park Branch Bridge on South Dog Pound Road, approximately 2,950 feet from the intersection of Southwest 9th Street and Dog Pound Road, and a multi-cell box culvert on Southwest 9th Street, approximately 1,000 feet west of the same intersection. The fee for these services is $24,000 to be paid from General Outside Services Account 02-201-5075. Item L, discussion possible action regarding authorizing Infrastructure Solutions Group, LLC, to solicit on behalf of the City of Pryor Creek contractors qualified to make improvements to Park Branch Bridge on Dog Pound Road and the multi-cell box culvert on Southwest 9th Street in accordance with the approved plans and specifications and in accordance with bidding documents as supplied by City of Pryor Creek and Federal Emergency Management Authority, FEMA guidelines. Item M, discussion possible action regarding a memorandum of understanding between Hillcrest Hospital Pryor and Pryor Creek Police Department. Item N, acknowledgement receipt of excess profit distribution revenues from the Municipal Utility Board per charter in the amount of $198,886.12 to be placed in the City of Pryor Creek General Fund Miscellaneous Account 02-000-4241. Are there items that council would like to remove?
A.
Item A.
H.
Item H. Others? Entertain a motion to approve all items except for item A and item H in the consent agenda. Steve Smith,
I'll second it.
motion, and Chitwood, second. Call for vote.
Smith,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Rayfield,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Doyle,
Yes.
Ketchum,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Nance,
Yes.
Item A, approved minutes of the January 21, 2020 council meeting.
Make that motion.
Motion Smith,
I'll second.
second Brakefield. Discussion. Call for vote.
Ketchum,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I need to start with Chitwood.
Starting with Chip.
Yes.
Rayfield,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Doyle,
Yes.
Ketchum,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Nance,
Abstain.
Smith,
Yes.
Item H, discussion possible action regarding an expenditure in the amount of $14,990 for the purchase of the two splash pad features, the Umbrello Twirl at $5,700 and the Sea Silhouette Seahorse at $7,700 plus $1,590 shipping from Power Play to be paid from the $15,000 donation from Cherokee Nation using the park donations account 96-965-5508. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion Chitwood, second Nance. Discussion.
I just wanted to pull that off to say, as we evaluate the things that we have around town for children in the summertime, the splash pad has become a pretty heavily used piece of property. There was a little bit of controversy after we had put it on the park property, whether or not we were gonna keep it open 1 year. I'm glad we have made the decision to do that. But I wanna say it's absolutely invaluable, the relationship with Cherokee Nation, and their dedication to helping the youth of Pryor. They've made it possible now to put several of these fixtures on this pad to keep the pad going. I think as a council, we need to recognize that relationship and give them thanks. So I'd like to do that and just thank them for that donation of $15,000. They do not have to do that.
It's very much appreciated, and they are a good partner.
Amen.
And Chief was here when he opened the splash pad also. And I talked to him the other night, and he was very excited about this donation.
Hear, hear.
Amen.
Call for vote?
Wakefield,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Doyle,
Yes.
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Nance,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Chipwood,
Yes. And I apologize, I was talking about Chuck Hoskins. Not Chad, I don't know why I said Chad, tongue-tied.
It's hard to express how important that relationship with Cherokee Nation, City of Pryor, and many other communities. We appreciate them very much. Item 7, committee reports. Budget personnel, Doyle.
February 11th at 5:30 is your budget meeting. Please put it on your calendars and plan to attend.
Item B, ordinance insurance, Sherman.
February 13th at 5:30.
We can go to that one.
Street committee, Smith.
Nothing at this time.
Item 8, unforeseeable business.
We can go to that.
Hearing none, we'll move to item 9, motion to adjourn.
Motion. Second.
Motion Ketcher, second Smith. Call for vote.
Sherman,
Yes.
Doyle,
Yes.
Ketcher,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Nance,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Chipwood,
Yes.
Wakefield,
Yes.
Very good. We'll call to order Pryor Public Works Authority. Item 2, approval minutes of January 21, 2020 meeting.
Make that motion.
Motion Smith,
Second.
second Shropshire. Discussion? Hearing none, call for vote.
Doyle,
Yes.
Ketcher,
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Nance,
Abstain.
Smith,
Yes.
Chipwood,
Yes.
Wakefield,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Item 3, unforeseeable business. Hearing none. Move to item 4, motion to
Motion.
adjourn.
Motion. Second.
Ketcher, motion. Second Smith,
Third.
third Nance. Call for vote.
Yes.
Shropshire,
Yes.
Nance,
Yes.
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 Wakefield,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Doyle,
Yes.